Hello! Welcome sa ating Tax 2 class. Business and Transfer Taxes. So, gaya ng nabanggit ng subject title natin na Business and Transfer Taxes, ang pag-uusapan nating types of tax dito sa tax 2 ay business tax at saka transfer tax. So, isa-isahin natin yung mga business taxes muna bago natin isunod yung mga transfer taxes. Ako pa rin ang inyong guro, Romualdo Fernandez Redo. So, kung kayo ay handa na, kumuha ng ballpen at papel para makapagsulat ng importanteng notes. So, let's start. So, let us define muna what is business. Business, or in the ordinary course of trade or business, means the regular conduct or pursuit of a commercial or economic activity, including transactions incidental thereto by any person or government entity. So please take note of the requirements of a business based sa kanyang definition. So number 1, or letter A, it must be a commercial or economic activity. So ano ba ibig sabihin ng commercial or economic activity? It must be conducted for profit. Para masabi mong commercial or economic activity yan, dapat kikita ka. Kaya ka naman nagbi-business kasi kailangan mong mag-earn ng income. And yung second, or letter B, there must be a regularity in the activity. So, ano ibig sabihin ng regularity? It must be repetitive. Dapat paulit-ulit. Although kumita ka nga, kung minsan lang naman yung transaction, hindi pa rin considered yon as business. So, dapat ang kasunod ng commercial activity or economic activity wherein dapat magkaroon ka ng income para ma-classify siya as commercial or economic activity, dapat paulit-ulit yung transaction. There should be a regularity in activity or in conduct of such activity. So these are our business taxes handled by the National Internal Revenue natin or Bureau of Internal Revenue as stated dun sa nating Internal Revenue Code. So we have 3 major business taxes. So they are excise tax, percentage tax, and of course yung pinaka-popular kasi kahit sino na-encounter na ito, yung value added tax. Kapag bumibili kayo sa resibo, nakikita nyo mayroong value added tax. So, everyone is aware na mayroong value added tax. So, ang question is, kung ikaw ay businessman, ano dun sa tatlong business taxes ang mag-a-apply sa'yo, ang babayaran mo? So, to answer that question, kailangan alam mo muna kung ano ang excise tax, percentage tax, at saka value added tax. So, let's discuss yung mga yun ng isa-isa para malaman natin kung ano yung coverage nila. Para ma-distinguish natin yung line. Para alam natin kung ano ang mag-a-apply sa isang business. Like for example, itong excise tax. Excise tax. It is imposed on the manufacturers and importers of the following product lang. So please take note, mag-a-apply lang itong excise tax sa mga manufacturer and importers ng following product. So kung ikaw ay simpleng dealer or uh, retailer ng mga product na ito, hindi ka isa-subject excise tax because hindi naman ikaw ang nag-manufacture at saka nag-import nitong mga product na ito. Kasi malinaw naman itong excise tax, it is imposed on manufacturer lang at saka importer. So, let's discuss one by one. No? So, number one is distilled spirit. Ito yung mga liquors. Ito yung mga may alcohol content. Yung 80 proof, etc. etc. Ganon. Number two, it is wine. So, ang example niyan is yung grape wine. Ito yung ini-age sa barrel, no? And number three, fermented liquors. Liquor, such as beer. Number four, yung mga tobacco product. Example ng galing sa tobacco is yung chewing tobacco. So, aside from yung tobacco product, subject din ng excise tax itong cigars and cigarettes. Yung cigars, yun yung medyo malalaki na may plastic at walang filter. Itong cigarettes, ito yung mga maliliit na nilalagyan ng filter. Yan yung common, yung nakikita na sa lahat ng kanto. Cigarette, yung tawag doon. Subject ng excise tax din ang mga manufacturer at saka importer ng automobiles, mga sasakyan. Number 8, manufacturer and importer of yachts and other vessels intended for pleasure. So, hindi pang business. No? So, yung mga mayayaman, bumibili sila ng yacht and other related items ng ganyan for pleasure. No? Kasi nga marami silang pera, gusto lang nila. Para pag na part, parang magiging part ng kanilang lifestyle. Number 9, manufactured fuel oils like fuel, bunker fuel, diesel fuel, at saka gasoline. Excise tax will also apply to the manufacturer and importer of mineral products such as gold and silver, etc. etc. Number 11, non-essential goods like jewelry, perfume, etc. etc. And ang last ay yung sweetened beverages. Yan ang pinakabago na subject ng excise tax. Dinagdag lang yan ng train law. So, by the way, ito pala, excise tax ay tinatawag na tax on non-essential goods. It is tax on luxury items. Hindi kailangan sa buhay. That's why tinatawag siyang sin taxes. So, ang tawag dito, minsan ay tinatawag lang sin taxes. Kasi nga, it is non-essential. So, aside from yung manufacturer or importers ng mga nabanggit natin kanina, ang excise tax mag-apply din on the following seller of services. Yung domestic procedures, surgery, and body enhancement undertaken for aesthetic reason. Kaya kinover yan ng excise tax kasi nga it is not essential naman yung pagpapaganda, pagpaparitoke. It is considered as non-essential, luho, kumbaga. Pagpapa-improve ng appearance for aesthetic reasons. Kaya, sinubject na nila sa excise tax. Bago din lang to, kasama nung tax on sweetened beverages. But of course, yung sinasabing for aesthetic reason, hindi kasama yung reconstructive surgery or repair, reconstruction, and restoration of body function. So, iba naman yun. Hindi for aesthetic yun. Kasi nga, i-restore mo lang yung kung ano yung dati. Kasi nga, na-damage. Kaya nga, reconstructive surgery. So, surgery din yun, pero magkaiba yung reason. Kaya hindi sinama sa subject ng excise tax. So, pag ang reason is, pag papa-surgery is, ang reason is para lang ma-improve yung appearance, subject to excise tax. Pero pag hindi naman, na-damage kasi, nasunog, or whatever, nasira, so, kailangan i-reconstruct. So, hindi naman for aesthetic reason yun. Ibabalik kung ano yung dati lang. So, let's move to another business tax. This time, yung percentage tax. So, alamin naman natin yung cover ng percentage tax para ma-distinguish natin yung tatlong business taxes. So, ang percentage tax naman, on the other hand, are imposed on sale of goods and services. So, the taxes are the following. So, ito yung mga percentage taxes. So, letter A, 3% percentage tax on sale of goods, properties, and services. So, basta nagbebenta ka ng goods, properties, and services, dapat magbayad ka ng 3% percentage tax. So, please take note of that. Nagbenta ng goods, properties, and services, liable ka ng business tax na 3% na percentage tax on sale of goods, properties, and services. Letter B, common carriers tax on domestic carriers. So, domestic carrier. Ibig sabihin, ito no, yung mga nagtatransport ng passenger at saka mga cargoes. Common carriers tax ang tawag. Letter C, common carriers tax on international carriers. So, parang parehas lang sila. Ang pagkakaiba lang ay yung isa international, yung isa local. Dito lang sa Philippines yung letter B, yung letter C, ang cover nila is yung Philippines and other country, kaya nga international carriers. So, dalawa yun. Ano lang naman ba ang tinatransport ng mga domestic at saka international carriers? Tulad ng nabanggit natin kanina. Pwedeng passenger, pwedeng goods. Letter D, franchise tax. So, percentage din yung franchise tax. And then, letter E, overseas communication tax. So, yan din ay percentage tax. So, another is tax on banks and non-bank financial intermediaries performing quasi-banking function. Ayan, so may percentage tax applicable din yan. Tax on other non-bank financial intermediaries. So, hindi lang naman kasi bank ang ating financial intermediaries. Meron ding mga businesses na involved sa finance na nag-operate as financing company pero hindi sila bank. Marami dyan. Letter H, tax on insurance companies. So, ang insurance company is subject to percentage tax din. And letter L, tax on agents of foreign insurance companies. So, minsan yung mga insurance company ng other country, hindi pa sila nag-establish ng operation dito, pero mayroon silang mga agent. Nag-put up sila ng mga, o nag-assign sila ng mga agents para makakuha ng client dito. So, siyempre, hindi yan nakakalusot sa BIR. So, mayroon na ding percentage tax on them kahit na hindi pa sila nag-operate dito. Letter J, amusement tax is percentage tax. Then, tax on winnings, yung mga napapanalunan, and stock transaction tax. Percentage tax din yun. So, ito na yung third na business tax natin. Ito yung value added tax. So, ano na naman ang cover ng value added tax? Ang value added tax is imposed on sale of goods or properties. Letter B, sale of services. And letter C, importation of goods. So, parang naalala mo yung kanina, yung sa percentage tax, meron din doon na percentage tax dun sa nakalist na mga percentage taxes. Meron ding 3% sale of goods, properties, and services. So, parang mag-overlap ba si percentage tax at saka si business tax kasi parehas sila ng cover? Hindi. Meron silang revenue cap, tinatawag natin. So, madidiscuss natin yon pag nandun na tayo sa value added tax, okay, nandun na tayo sa percentage tax. Mayroong line, for example, no? Kapag this much ang iyong earnings, percentage tax ka lang. Pero pag na-exceed mo na yon, value added tax ka na. So, 3 million plus yon. So, syempre, hindi ko muna i-reveal kasi nga i-discuss natin kapag nandun na tayo sa percentage tax at saka value added tax, yung revenue cap na tinatawag natin. So, hindi mag-overlap si VAT at saka si percentage tax kasi nilagyan na ng line. Kapag nag-exceed na yung revenue, hindi na pwedeng mag-cover si percentage tax. So, automatic magiging value added tax siya. So, may mga questions dito. Can there be on one businesses? So, pwede bang magkaroon daw ng excise tax and value added tax in one business? Sorry. Yeah, the answer is yes. So, pwedeng magbabayad ka ng excise tax and then magbabayad ka pa ng value added tax. That is, kung importer or manufacturer ka ng mga non-essential goods and then nag-engage ka pa sa sales of goods and services and then na-exceed mo yung 3 million plus na cap ng percentage tax, revenue cap ng percentage tax, so magiging VAT ka na. So, that's the time na cover ka ng both excise tax at saka value added tax. So, second question, excise tax with the percentage tax. So, ganun din, the answer is yes. So, safe explanation, no? Kapag ikaw ay manufacturer and an importer ng mga non-essential goods, tapos ang revenue mo ay hindi na-exceed yung 3 million plus na revenue cap para sa percentage tax, then ikaw ay magbabayad ng percentage tax na 3% in addition kasi manufacturer at saka importer ka ng mga non-essential goods. So, pwedeng magkaroon din ng excise tax at saka percentage tax. Katulad din ng pagkakaroon ng pwede rin magkaroon ng excise at saka value added tax. How about yung third question? Excise tax with some percentage tax. Ibig sabihin, some percentage tax other than yung 3% na sale of goods and services. So, the answer is no. How about yung value-added tax with percentage tax? The answer is also no. Kasi nga, yung value-added tax at saka percentage tax, halos parehas lang sila ng cover, especially yung 3%. Kaya nga linagyan sila ng revenue cap pag 3 million plus, na-exceed mo na yung revenue cap ng percentage tax, automatic VAT ka na. Pag hindi mo pa nag-exceed sa percentage tax ka. So, hindi pwedeng mag-combine magsama si percentage kasi value added tax. Registration of business. So, every taxpayer subject to value added tax must register with the Bureau of Internal Revenue as VAT taxpayer and pay yung annual registration fee of 500 for every separate and distinct establishment. So, kung may branch ka sa ibang lugar, may several branches ka sa ibang lugar, tig pa 500 each yon. Regardless kung ano man yung type ng facility na mayroon ka sa ibang lugar. Pwedeng sales outlet lang siya, kung saan para may kasama yung magkakaroon ka ng reach sa mga customer mo or place of production na hindi ka naman nagbebenta, doon ka lang nagma-manufacture o kaya warehouse lang siya, doon ka lang nag-store ng product, hindi ka naman nagbebenta doon or yun nga, warehouse or storage spaces where the business is located. Kailangan for every facility babayaran mo ang 500 na registration fee. So, kung ikaw ay VAT taxpayer, mag-register ka as value-added taxpayer. Every taxpayer not subject to value-added tax but subject to excise or percentage tax must also register. O kahit hindi ka cover ng value-added tax, pero subject ka ng percentage or excise tax, magre-register ka pa rin sa Bureau of Internal Revenue at bayaran mo yung required registration fee which is currently it is 500. Mandatory registration for value-added tax. Any person who in the course of trade or business sells, barters or exchanges goods or properties or engages in the sale or exchange of services shall be liable to register for value-added tax. So, kailangan mo daw mag-register ng value-added tax kapag na-meet mo itong mga condition na to. Yung gross sales or receipt mo nag-exceed ng 3 million. Or, kahit hindi mo pa na-exceed siya, there is a reasonable ground to believe na ang gross sales mo na for the next 12 months ay mag-exceed na ng 3 million. So, na-exceed mo na or mai-exceed mo pa lang, meron kang valid reason para ma-exceed mo na yung 3 million na revenue cap na sinasabi ko kanina. So, mag-register ka na as value-added tax. So, pag na-reach mo yan, na-exceed mo yan, mandatory na ang tawag. Wala ka nang magagawa. Value-added tax payer ka na talaga. Ba't na ang pabayaran mo? Pero pag hindi mo naman nabayaran ito, katulad ng sabi natin kanina, ay hindi mo naman na-meet pala itong 3 million, kailangan mo pa rin magbayad ng 500 na registration fee kasi cover ka naman ng percentage saka or cover ka rin ng excise tax. So, kailangan pa rin mag-register. So, ang topic lang nito is mandatory registration for value-added tax. Basta ang gross sales mo, ang gross receipts mo ay mag-exceed ng 3 million, but na ang business tax mo. So, hindi ka na pwede sa percentage tax. Optional registration sa value-added tax. So, kahit hindi mo ma-meet yung 3 million na revenue cap wherein magiging mandated na ikaw ay magiging VAT taxpayer, mandatory, wala kang magagawa, pwede ka pa rin mag-register as VAT taxpayer kahit na hindi mo na-reach yung 3 million under yung optional registration. So, kung gusto mong maging VAT taxpayer, pwede. Mag-optional registration ka as VAT taxpayer. So, pwede pa rin. Less than 3 million ang revenue ko pero gusto ko VAT taxpayer. Pwede kaya akong magbayad ng VAT? Pwede kaya akong mag-impose ng value-added tax sa aking revenues and purchases? Yes. Under itong optional registration. Pero what if nag-exceed mo na yung 3 million? Ayaw mong maging bad taxpayer. Pwede ba? Hindi. Kasi nga mandatory na yun. Pag na-exceed ang 3 million, mandated ka ng maging bad taxpayer, required. Wala ka nang magagawa. Cancellation of VAT registration. The registration of any person as a value-added taxpayer may be cancelled if. So, number one, or letter A, with written application and can demonstrate to the commissioner's satisfaction that his gross sales or receipts for the following 12 months will not exceed the 3 million pesos. So, pag hindi mo mai-exceed yung 3 million pesos na revenue cap for VAT taxpayer, then, and kaya mong mag-provide ng proof sa BIR, then pwede kang mag-apply ng cancellation for VAT registration. Letter B, he has ceased to carry on his trade or does not expect to recommence any trade or business within the next 12 months period. Yun. Tumigil ka na sa business. So, siyempre, hindi na rin mag-a-apply yung VAT sa'yo. Kasi nga, hindi ka na, i-stop mo na yung business. Pero of course, may requirement sa pag-stop ng operation. You have to follow. Kasi baka hindi ma-stop yung registration as VAT taxpayer o kaya percentage taxpayer. So, magtutuloy-tuloy yung charges sa'yo ng BIR. I-assume nila na hindi ka nagpo-comply, so baka magkaroon ng mga penalty. So, dapat na i-report sa BIR na hindi ka na mag-ooperate within the 12 months period. Registration of invoices and receipts. Taxpayer who is in the business will have his invoice and receipts registered with the Bureau of Internal Revenue. So, kailangan ipa-register mo yung iyong receipts, yung mga resibo, yung mga OR, o yung mga invoices sa BIR. So, it must be pre-numbered. Titignan ng BIR yan kung naka-comply ka doon sa requirement nila para sa mga invoices and receipts. So, dapat nandun yung PIN, etc. etc. So, ipa-check mo sa BIR yung draft ng iyong invoice and receipts para ma-approve nila. And then, pag-approve na nila, then, i-register na, then pwede mo nang ipa-print. If a VAT taxpayer, such invoices and receipts will clearly show that he is a VAT taxpayer. So, nandun dun sa, kung ikaw ay VAT taxpayer, nandun dapat sa receipt mo na ikaw ay value-added taxpayer. So, nandun yun. Naka-indicate VAT. Sabi niya dun sa iyong resibo. Electronic receipts or sales or commercial invoices. What is the provision of the train law on this? So sabi ng train law, within 5 years from the effectivity of that law and upon the establishment of a system capable of storing and processing the required data, the Bureau of Internal Revenue will require taxpayers engaged in e-commerce and yung mga large taxpayers na magkaroon na ng electronic receipts, sales invoice, or other commercial invoices. So, malapit nang i-implement yan fully ng BIR kasi nga from dun sa train law 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. So, isang taon na lang dapat yung mga company na engage in e-commerce, yung mga online, mga ganyan, nagpapaano ng online, at saka yung mga large taxpayers, dapat yung mga receipts nila ay online generated na din. So, kasama na sa system. So, this is the last slide. So, thank you very much. So, our next topic will be yung discussion na ng detailed discussion na ng tatlong business taxes. So ito kasi is introduction pa lang ng business taxes. So I believe ang mauuna ay value added tax. Anyway, maiksi lang naman yung transfer tax. So bibilisan natin. Ang mahaba lang naman dito sa topic na to is value added tax. The rest, medyo susunod dito yung estate tax. Pero bibilisan nga natin kasi nga mayroon tayong kulang doon sa tax 1. So, I intend to go back doon sa mga topic na hindi natin na-cover kasi sayang naman, no? So, babalikan natin. So, hopefully, magawa natin yon with your help, of course. Pag binilisan natin, nag-comply kayo kaagad sa mga requirement, then, mababalikan natin yun. Babalikan natin ang gross income, allowable deduction, capital gains, at saka French benefit tax. Yun yung mga babalikan natin sa income tax. Babalikan natin yan. Bibilisan natin itong discussion natin. Thank you very much. This is Romualdo F. Fredo saying God bless.